Yep, March. This is what it looks like in Wisconsin. About the same as December and January and February. I sure hope it doesn't look like this in April. This is really starting to get old. Good morning, everybody. It is March 2nd. And haven't posted a video in a while. Been busy. But mainly because I got some internet problems here the last couple weeks. Keeping me from, watching videos and posting videos. This winter's just been crazy. So somewhere out there in the city, they get the lines all messed up or something, I don't know. We even think it might be the internet coming into the building here. We got those people looking at that. But today, it seems to be working, at least somewhat. So I'm going to try to get videos up as much as possible before I lose it. So here we go. So what we've gotten done on the A, which isn't really much. I did manage to get all the wood out. I really don't remember where I left off in my last videos. But I got the visor fastened on. Actually had to make a piece of metal that went in between this filler panel and the visor, and that's tack welded those two together. Where before there was supposed to be a hunk of wood in there that was nailed this all together. We're not putting wood back in here, as you already know. So that made this a lot stiffer. Those holes down there are what actually hold the window frame. So I got a piece of metal already cut out for that and drilled. And what I'll do is I'll probably weld on nuts to that piece of metal before I put that in here, fasten that in, just tack weld it in. That's going to strengthen this all up, plus give me somewhere nice and solid to mount the window frame to. I got this piece here cleaned up, all the wood cleaned up, or removed. I got kind of pounded flat. Let me go inside the car here, it'll be better. Hang on. So inside the car, I got everything, pounded back flat again. This was all wrinkled up. Actually looked a lot like this side. It was just all bent and mangled. I got this pretty much hammered and dollied out. Still got a little hammer and dolly to do on this roof here. When they bolted on that Coca-Cola sign, they kind of tweaked this a little bit and it put a little bit of a concave, and this side was really bad. This side I did get worked out, and it's not bad. For me, that's not bad. But I got these all square again, true. I got this panel. I reworked this panel to match up this panel, and it is tacked on there for right now. And it's welded on the front. Where this would have been, a piece of wood in here. This would have all been nailed together. And then there'd been a piece of wood in here that bolted to here. And this was all bolted together with wood and then nailed in from the other side. And that's no fun. But even right in the state it's in, it's pretty rigid. Still going to make a piece of tubing that runs along here. The roof, I was going to put a hunk of plywood in here, 5/8 piece of plywood about yay big, and I was going to fasten it in here and then put the metal and kind of sandwich the wood in there. So I had some place to, put the nails for the roof when I put the vinyl top on. Might be changing my idea on that. Not sure yet. Had some other people, kind of talk about that too, and might be going to a different plan, but we'll see. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Well, I don't know if it's really a secret, but a design idea. My dash I want to pretty much keep just the way I look at it. My gauge is in there. It's going to be painted black. That's it. No switches, no nothing. I don't want nothing hanging there. Obviously that filler piece will go back in. I got to weld up some holes that somebody put in there. And that's all you're going to see. I'm going to put my switches up here. There's enough room in these windshield columns for me to run my wiring down on both sides. So I'm going to do kind of like what I did in the Buick, because I like the way that turned out. There probably won't be an ignition switch in this car. It'll just be toggle switches and a push button. I think that'll clean up the dash. I'll keep the switches hiding up here, and I'll have plenty of room to run my wiring and all that fun stuff. So that's the plan on that. but really I haven't gotten a lot done. This side here, they did have lead in these seams, so I got the lead out. This one here I got kind of rebent. It was broke right there, if you can see that. So I got welded that back together. I do have the radius and the contour pretty darn close. Happy with that. So basically it's just a matter of welding it in and then just keep going. But that's where we're at. This is the back half. There's a piece of wood in here that was bolted together, and there's a piece of wood back here for nailing. But little by little we're getting there. So that's my update, and if I get anything done today, I will show you more. I know I got some people coming up sometime today, and that's kind of how last weekend went. Actually, last weekend was a lot of fun. We did World of Wheels in Milwaukee, met up with some good friends down there, and had a good time in Big City. And then Sunday we had our first swap meet of the year, indoor. There again, met up with a lot of good friends. It actually turned into a pretty good bullshit session for the rest of the day. A bunch of people ended up at my shop, showed them my projects and my cars. And then from there we went to another buddy's shop on the other side of town and looked at his projects, and then from there we went to another guy's shop that I didn't even know. Met him, and he's got some neat projects going on, so we pretty much spent the whole afternoon just cruising around and checking out everybody's projects, and had a couple beers and, bench raced and talked cars and car shows, and something you gotta do in the middle of winter, otherwise you start going crazy. But it was a good time. And then yesterday we did the auto show, which is basically all new cars, but something to do, something fun. And that was a good time with a lot of good friends. So not much has been getting done up here, but I really don't have nothing coming up here now in the next couple weeks, so it'll be a lot more shop time. So stay tuned, and we'll see what happens.